chirp number one, as we talked about with John Tortorella's thoughts on Boston's diving team. What is the overall problem with the culture of the Boston Bruins, do you think?
I don't think there's enough guys that have been there when they were good, and when and I think some of the guys that were there are still kind of too young. Like your Charlie McAvoy's, like he shouldn't probably be a captain right now. He's still kind of young into the league, and I just, the way that he loses discipline when the games get out of hand is not really what you want from a leader of your team. That's not how you want other guys on your team to follow. That's not an example you want them to follow. So I just feel like they need another, like a Kevin Shattenkirk, a Pat Maroon, a Nick Foligno, a Mark Recchi. Like they need another veteran or two who's been through it, who has some experience, who's an integral part of the team. So like the Maroons and the Shattenkirks of the world were like on the periphery. Like you can't, it's tough to lead a club if you're a fourth line guy or a seventh defenseman. You know, you're out there for 6 minutes a night, you know, barely skating around in Pat Maroon's case. And then Kevin Shattenkirk, you know, it was limited minutes or he was scratched for a big part of it. So, you know, it's tough to be a leader. They need some veteran guys who are in the, you know, in the top six, that, you know, maybe like a Ryan O'Reilly type of guy, like a guy who's been through it. You know, I'm not necessarily advocating to go out and get a guy like that, but they need some more veteran presence, I think, on the team right now.
I think that's fair. I do. I think that's fair. I think they need, you know, they had some new people come in. They had some people leave, as you mentioned, guys like Shattenkirk, Maroon. This is probably why they've gotten those guys in the past too.
Yeah.
And then they went in this year with thinking that maybe it'll be Marchand and Pastrnak and McAvoy, and that nucleus doesn't really seem to be providing the same type of good leadership that you need to provide. I still question the whole Marchand thing. Like, I think he's much more mature, and I think he's a very good player, and I think he's a good Bruin and all that. But the problem I'm having with him is that I still don't think he's really 100% captain material, and I don't think he's 100% comfortable with it.
I'm with you there. I agree with you 100%. I mean, of all the guys on the team, he should be the captain.
Sure.
Like, there's not another choice. Like he earned it. He deserves it. Sure. He should be that guy. I think he plays better when he's a little more on the edge. And I think as a captain, he's trying to dial that back even more. Like, I know he has a reputation already, so he's trying to dial it back, but he needs to be closer to the edge. To be, you know, the effective guy that he is, to win battles, to, you know, he occasionally will slew foot a guy or, you know, whatever it is. Like, you know, to win battles, like he needs to be more on the edge. He's 5'9" and 100 and whatever. Like that's the way he needs to play. And I think as a captain, he's tried to get away from that a little bit, and it hurts his overall game.
I think so too. I think that's a valid point.
Yeah, I mean, and I think if he wasn't the captain, I think he probably would feel more freely to play, you know, more to his identity. That is what got him into the league.